Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Darian and I am currently in nursing school. I am going on to my second block. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys just a few things that I wish I would have known as a pre-nursing student, or like advice that I want to give to you guys if you guys are currently like in your prerequisites, kind of on the edge of applying to nursing school. I just really want this video to be of use to you guys. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe down below. Go ahead and give this video a big fat like, and also click that bell notification just so you guys can get notified every single time I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Alright guys, so what I went ahead and did is I took my notes down on my phone, so I'm going to be reading off my basically like my little advice tips from my phone, and I'm just going to be sharing that with you guys here. With this video, I really want it to be helpful, guys. Like, if I would have known anything prior to nursing school, this is what it would have been. Share with you guys 7 tips and advice that I would have loved to know as a pre-nursing student. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, so tip number 1. As a pre-nursing student or kind of going into college, you are sometimes indecisive. You don't really know what you want to pursue. There are a million of different years to do. So going into college, I would just advise you is if you are interested in nursing, it's kind of hard to say guys, but I would definitely want to have known early on that I wanted to become a nurse rather than kind of being on the edge of really not knowing what to do. If I would have known that I wanted to pursue nursing, I could have been taking even some classes in high school to have counted for college credits, meaning that I could have been graduating a little earlier. I wouldn't have been graduating late, you know, like it kind of gets you started on the right foot early on. So if you guys could know early on that you want to be a nurse, just so you guys can start getting the ball rolling as early as high school, you know. So right guys, so tip number 2. This one is so big for me. As a pre-nursing student, guys, I cannot tell you how many times people, advisors, professors, people I looked up to would tell me, Darian, what's your plan B? It's like, I don't have a plan B. Well, what if you don't get into nursing? I just feel a certain way about this because time and time again, people are going to try to wean you out of nursing. Like, nursing is such a huge major. In college, let me just give you a little example. My psychology class specifically, it was Psych 101. We were sitting in an auditorium. Psych 101 is a huge prerequisite class for a lot of college students. The professor had asked one day about some majors out that you want, like that you're majoring in, and so like some people rose their hand and stuff, and the professor picked on random students throughout the auditorium, and at least 85% of those people said nursing. And instantly I got anxiety as just a little freshman student sitting down in my very first psychology class. And I'm like, okay, all these people want to do nursing. How do I have what it takes, you know? So eventually I just started second guessing myself. I sat by people next to me that I thought was smarter than me, that I felt in my heart that was more capable than me. It took a huge toll on me emotionally, like mentally especially. It was just, it's dangerous. That's all I'm gonna say. So really guys, if you know you want to be a nurse, don't let anything stop you. Like, that is ultimately what you want to do. People are gonna try to wean you out. Advisors, have a plan B. But if you know you want to be a nurse, nothing is going to stop you. Just believe in yourself and just prove everybody who told you have a plan B. What's your backup plan? You know, like, you're not capable, you're not enough, like you don't have what it takes. Prove them wrong. And guys, I can tell you time and time again that always happened to me. They're going to try to wean you out, but stick your ground. If you really want to be a nurse, you're going to do whatever it takes to become a nurse. Okay, so my tip number 3 is volunteer. You know, a lot of the times I would constantly get advice like, oh, volunteer, make sure you want to be a nurse. It's your time just to kind of get your foot in the door, whatever. And honestly, I took that advice. I volunteered at Banner Estrella. I was in Women's and Infant Services. And what I did there really, like, I just made a lot of little care packages for the women who was postpartum, you know, like had socks in it, a gown, blankets, towels. I did a lot of paperwork filing. I met amazing nurses. I talked to some doctors, and overall I had made really good connections with a lot of the CNAs. They were absolutely beautiful. They were so sweet, and I do believe that it was an amazing opportunity to just really figure out that nursing is really what you want to do. Obviously, as a volunteer, you're not doing what nurses are doing. You're literally unlicensed. You're just sitting down, kind of helping the CNA out. But it does give you like a little behind the scenes as to what nurses do, because you are constantly seeing them. You're checking in on some of their patients. I would also do like birth certificate like signing and stuff, so I would go around the rooms and I'm so sorry, and get a couple of signatures for the birth certificates and things like that. So I do think volunteering is a great opportunity. I would take advantage of it. If you have the time, do it. It's not going to hurt you at all. It's only going to really help you. I could definitely say that if I was still volunteering right now, it would probably give me a little better chances of getting a job after graduation and stuff, because right now, like, ultimately what I want to do is labor and delivery or NICU, like being a NICU nurse. And I can tell you off the bat that those are really not open to any new grads. But just imagine if I stayed with them, and I really got familiar with the department and the unit and stuff. I'm pretty sure that they could have either made an exception, or like later down the line, I would have had, you know, the contact information, like the people to get in contact with to get me a job in that unit. So I would just keep it in mind. It's something to think about. So my tip number 4 is, right now, if you are a pre-nursing student, you guys are currently taking a lot of your prerequisites. Such tip number 4 is just to really pay attention and take advantage in those classes. I cannot tell you how much times a lot of A&P information came up in my Block 1 nursing school, where I had to literally like take a note on the side to re-look that up when I got home from lecture or something like that. So if you guys could really just become familiar with the material now, become experts at it, like, do it. Obviously, you're not going to need to know, like in microbiology, you guys talk about like bacteria, organisms, fungi, and like staphylococcus and all this weird crazy stuff. You obviously are not going to be a scientist or a pharmacist. You don't need to know all of those crazy details. But in A&P, a lot of the times we will go back to like the renin-angiotensin system and like ACE inhibitors and all of these things that I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention to in my prereqs. So as a pre-nursing student, really pay attention, really take advantage of your resources while taking these courses, because I can tell you one thing, girl, they're not going to go backwards for you when you're actually in the program. They expect you to know the material. Yeah, you're basically responsible for your own learning. So right now that you have the time, put in the extra hour or two to go on YouTube, watch videos, understand the material to the best of your ability, because it's going to come up time and time again. So tip number 5, once you get closer to your application cycle for nursing, you have this entrance exam. When I went to NAU, it was called the Kaplan, and then when I went to EMCC, it was called the HESI, H-E-S-I. So they were completely 2 different exams, but they were both intended to do the same thing. They were a nursing entrance exam to see where you stood. You basically got whatever grade you got, you took it back, you put it on your application, and then they would decide from that exam score and your GPA whether or not you are accepted or you are not into the nursing program. So with that being said, if you can study a little earlier for this exam, I would highly recommend it. I went to NAU, I did crunch. I crunched for this exam. I didn't do so good. That was like 3 years ago. I don't remember what my scores are, but obviously I didn't make it into that program for a reason. My scores probably weren't the best. I would give myself, like, when I started studying for my HESI, which was for the nursing program that I'm accepted into now, I gave myself about a month and a half to prepare. And I'll link that video down below. I give a lot of HESI tips and tricks. A lot of people have found it helpful so far, and a lot of people have passed and made the program after they've seen that video. Not to like talk highly about that video or anything, but I literally, right after I took my HESI, I walked outside and I wrote down notes on things to focus on, things to know. So if you are currently preparing to take your HESI exam, I did make a study video. I included in there like different resources inside of the description, like different links, different practice tests that helped me, as well as the books. So watch that video, and hopefully that is of a resource to you as well. But give yourself time, because for that exam, I went ahead and gave myself a month and a half for the HESI. For the Kaplan, I gave myself a week and a half. And the difference in my grades truly showed. That exam is super heavy weighted. It's a part of the application process and the application cycle. So take advantage of your time and really take that exam serious. Right guys, so the last and final tip, which is tip number 6, is know that you are capable. If you want to be a nurse, you are going to do whatever in your power to become a nurse. But I would definitely say that you need to be confident in yourself before anything. You know, you need to know that you can do it, because like I said with the tip number 2, people are going to try to wean you out, but just know your worth, know that you're capable, because it's important to you. You're going to make an effort and you're going to make it happen. A lot of the times people do say nursing is so difficult, and yes, it is. Do not get me wrong, but it is doable. If nursing was the worst thing in the world, we wouldn't have nurses out there, you know, like I wouldn't have passed. You have a drive to be a change in this world, girl, you're gonna put in those freaking 24 hours on the desk studying straight. So that's really all, guys. I hope this was of a help to you guys, because I really am a firm believer in every single tip that I shared with you guys. Wouldn't have been making this video if I really didn't believe in any of these things. At the end of the day, you can't do anything if you don't believe in yourself. So believe in yourself, because if I can do it, girl, so can you. A lot of the times I always get DMs like, how do you know you want to be a nurse? Like, how do you know that you're capable? I'm not smart enough and blah blah. Like, breathe. Because I felt the same way about myself. And even though some people get it so natural, some people could look at a book, memorize that whole page in a second, but me, I have to take extra hours to study, so be it. So I thought the 6 was going to be it, but I just thought of something else. It's actually going to be my tip number 7, and this is going to be the last one. Don't compare yourself to other people, students, nobody. After the exams, you are comparing your grades to your friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4, and then if you get the lowest, you're beating yourself up over it. So give yourself the stress, you know, don't compare yourself to others. It's okay to know other people's exam scores. Yes, that's fine, like we all do it. But when it comes down to comparing yourself, thinking you're not smart enough, don't do it, because really it's just gonna rob your peace. It's gonna rob your happiness. If you can just try not to, just do it, because you made the program for a reason. You are smart enough. You are in your prerequisites for a reason. Like, you are capable. You know, just really believe in that. So guys, that's actually all for this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I was bluntly honest in every single thing that I said today. I wouldn't have included any of these if I was not a firm believer in any of them. So I really hope that you guys take this advice as a pre-nursing student and run with it, because this is going to be your best friend throughout nursing as well as in the nursing program. Just know your worth and know that you're capable, okay? Because you got it. If I can do it, so can you. And yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. And just like always, guys, have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Bye.